All right, everyone. So, um, not really sure how this is gonna go. Going, from this point forward. In terms of what to expect in terms of recorded content, I've been working on experiencing Suramar with another character off camera, just to kind of get an idea of what I would want to record, what I would want to skip, and the thing is, now that I've actually experienced Suramar, I do like this, the zone and the story. It's really cool. There are some things in there that I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go do this, gotta go get this. The thing is, this is one of those zones that is kind of gated by a currency that you have to collect if you want to take advantage of it. In fact, with that other character, I'm just about almost done getting the full rep to Exalted to unlock them as an allied race. But in terms of what to do for this main playthrough in that zone, I still don't know. I do want to show you guys at least the beginning here. This initial first part here, because there is a cool cinematic kind of giving you a good idea and summary as to what you are getting yourself into when you go into Suramar. And what's more, the people that you are going to be interacting with, what they are going through. So let's examine this anomaly.
Ethel Kanesh. I am Thalysra of the Shaldarai, the Nightborn. First Arcanist in the court of Suramar. My people have made a dire pact. One that spells doom for this world. Time is short. If you have found this message, you are capable of finding me as well. Make haste for Suramar. You may be our last hope. Ithnala Kanesh.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Hail.
A magical message in a bottle. Slipped right beneath the Legion's nose. Clever. The Nightborn could prove powerful allies against the Legion. We must aid this Thalysra if we can. We should be able to find her by tracking her magical echoes, the same way I found her distress call. I can teleport you near the location where she recorded that message. From there you must search for ripples in the very fabric of the arcane itself. My wand should do the trick. Follow the sparks it creates, and they should lead you to places where Thalysra used her magic. Use Khadgar's wand to find arcane echoes and track down first Arcanist Thalysra. By the way, I like Thalysra. She's a really cool character. And we're going to be interacting with her a lot.
Be careful, champion. The land of Suramar has been wild for 10,000 years.
It's alright, Khadgar. I have Rhaegar with me.
She must have come this way. Keep looking.
Alright. Alright. Here we are.
Make haste for Suramar. You may be our last hope. Ithnala Kanesh. I hope someone out there is listening. Need to keep moving.
By the way, we got a taste of what we are going to be experiencing in this zone back in Azuna. You remember our old friend Runis, the Shamed? Yeah. That quest pretty much gave you an idea of what you were going to be dealing with in this zone. Go get her, Rhaegar.
No one stands in our way.
Nice job, Rhaegar.
Wrath! Withered. I must be getting close. Wrath Domas!
on, Thalystra. Lead me where you are. Here.
None shall stop us.
Stand down, Erasmus. Can you not see that Elisand has forsaken us? Anna! That will buy me some time.
She froze him in time. Uh-huh.
Time stops there. She would pay for that.
Nope. There she is!
Greetings.
An Outlander? You received my message? I have much to tell you, but it is not safe to speak here. I cannot hold this barrier forever. Thalystra lifts a delicate flask to her lips. Her eyes shimmer as she takes a sip. If we push through, we may find shelter up ahead. Escort Thalystra to safety.
We are only as strong as our will. Rap Anutanos!
I don't have a target.
We must take care. The withered ones prowl this area, ravenous in their hunger for magic and flesh alike. Such is the fate of Nightborn, who cannot drink of the Nightwell.
It's kind of similar to what the Blood Elves went through when they lost the Sunwell.
This is my fate as well. Unless... Look out! Irath Onas! Get them off the barrier!
I'll try. I need your help here, Rhaegar.
My strength is fading. We must find shelter.
I'm out of range.
Oh boy, I see a bunch here.
I need a moment. The barrier is being drained.
Hey, stop.
There are so many.
Oh boy.
Strange. Why do they not follow?
Huh. That is strange.
I need to rest. Aran Arcana.
You fight well. Perhaps it is time for a proper introduction. Thalystra winces and holds her abdomen. I can ignore this wound no longer. Help me patch this up. I will explain everything. Bandage Thalystra. And so, sit back and enjoy this cutscene, giving you guys a bit of an idea of what is going on in Suramar with the Nightborn.
Suramar must be free. 10,000 years ago, my city was radiant. The jewel of the Night Elf Empire. Suramar. Our people prospered for centuries. Until the Legion came. Entranced by the power they offered, our queen betrayed us to the ruin of the world. As destruction drew ever closer, a desperate choice was made. To conjure a powerful shield that would save our beloved city. It worked. Centuries passed. Without moonlight. Without sunlight. To survive, we turned to the Nightwell, a font of great power in the city's heart. Slowly, it changed us. And ultimately, drew the Legion once more to our gates. They offered us a trade. The Nightwell for our lives. As the Elders planned their surrender, some of us rebelled. We failed. Now the devils have taken Suramar. And by the curse of the Nightwell, I am damned to wither away. As my city burns.
Well. By the way, I'm pretty sure the indication there about the queen who betrayed them, I'm pretty sure the implication there was Queen Ajara, which you might recall us meeting back in Azuna with Prince Ferrandis. But yeah, the situation here is that the Legion has pretty much either corrupted or convinced the leadership of Suramar to turn over the power of the Nightwell to the Legion, including Gul'dan, and Thalyssra was basically leading a rebellion against this, because you don't want to give the Legion, something like the Nightwell in your city. But as we're going to find out, there's a lot of very different things going on here in terms of the people, the common people, and Thalyssra, which, by the way, Thalyssra, first Arcanist, that's a very high up position in the political hierarchy and such in Suramar. So she wasn't, just some lowly, she was a very highly respected member in Suramar. And this is now what's happened. They have exiled her so she could become a withered. Remember what happened to our friend Runus in Azuna, where he was helping us, but then he turned withered? You remember that zombie state I pointed out about him? That's the fate of all the Nightborn and Nightfallen who don't get to have mana or some contact with the Nightwell. They eventually become a withered, which is like a form of undead, which is like worse than death. Yeah, if we don't help Thalyssra, that's what's gonna happen to her.
Our isolation has ended.
We must find a way to reclaim Suramar City. My people have subsisted on the Nightwell for millennia. Ancient mana is our lifeblood. Without it, we become... Well, you saw them out there. Thalyssra holds her flask aloft, gently shaking free the last precious drops, which, as you can probably guess, had mana in it, and is what was keeping her going. I'm afraid I have been rather reckless today. Already my senses are dulling. Without magic to feed upon, I will turn. Please, find me something to feed upon. Anything. Enter Shalaran and find something to sate Thalyssra's thirst. Ooh, I'll get a better cloak than what I've currently got.
Anratha Adore.
Which is sporting the new War Mantle of the Horde cloak I got. What is going on in here? Whoa! Alright, so it took me a long time at first to figure out what I was supposed to do here. And then I realized, oh, I have to get the tethers first. Then I can take down this lady, because otherwise, she's pretty much invulnerable. Alright, now we can attack her. Nope, never mind. Not yet. Oh, that's because there's another tether over here. Oops. Alright, now we can attack her. There we go. Alright, now that she's dealt with, let's collect these ancient mana crystals. You'll be seeing a lot of these when you start up in Suramar, throughout your time in Suramar.
One day at a time.
Eyes have dulled and her body is shaking. Here, here, here. Take this, take this. The chamber beyond may be the perfect hiding place now that its guardian has been dealt with. Come with me.
The Shaldarai will be redeemed. What is this place?
Good question.
This chamber. I have never seen anything like it. So dark. Inala! Much better. Old teleporters. Not so different from the ones in Suramar City. Seems they are inactive.
Huh.
Let us explore downstairs. Watch your step.
Interesting
Strange.
place.
The floor looks like a map. And we are at the center. One thing is certain. Ley line energy is being fed into this chamber from elsewhere. What could have required such power? A weapon, perhaps?
It's like no
And
bottom.
those keepers protecting it. How long their vigil must have been. I have more questions now than before. For now, at least we know the Withered have learned to avoid this place. And nobody from the palace would think to search for us here. It is a perfect refuge, a temporary home, until I can return to Suramar. But first, I will need allies.
Alright.
The Nightwell calls to me.
Yeah, this represents her thirst. So as time goes by, that's going to go down. And we're going to have to collect mana to help keep her stable. To keep her from turning into a withered. But yeah, you can actually bind your Hearthstone here. You can trade with her here. Let's turn this in first. Then we'll go over that. Such a temporary home will serve us well. And, oh, and now you can see more players are here. because, as you can probably guess, this is now another big main hub that you'll be able to spend a lot of time in here, doing things, collecting things, taking care of quests and such, kind of like Dalaran. So we've got 3 quests right off the bat. I will free Suramar from the Legion, but first I must regain my strength, and we need a plan. Without the Nightwell to feed upon, my comrades and I will have to live off the land itself. Ancient mana from the underground ley lines can reach the surface in many forms, most commonly as crystals of gems, or gems. The Lystra picks up a small stone and, whispering words of power, traces a rune upon it with her fingertip. This stone will glow when ancient mana is nearby. Please gather as much as possible. It will be a precious resource in the weeks to come, gathered from 3 ancient mana nodes. Oculus Workshop. We need to make contact with Chief Telemancer Oculith, the man who developed Suramar's teleportation network. Oculith had a workshop in Old Suramar from the age before the Sundering. He may be taking refuge there. The listener pressed the small coin into your palm. If you find him, show him this. Hopefully you see him before he sees you. Give the first Arcanist token to Chief Telemancer Oculith, who is a very cool character, by the way. I really like that guy, by the way. An old ally. I was on my way to Ambervale in hopes of finding an old colleague. Arcanist Keldaneth was fascinated by the Withered. He studied them for years, hoping to calm their feral nature or even cure them. When one of his subjects escaped and ran amok in the royal gardens, Keldaneth was ordered to cease his research and kill all Withered in his possession. He refused and was exiled. If Keldaneth lives, he is near Withered, and Withered are drawn to old settlements like Ambervale.
Be careful
Alright.
who you trust.
So, what we can trade with her, here's a way to be able to keep up with your reputation with her if you want to be able to collect other pieces of different things, including your class hall armor set. So you can see here, my Farseer shoulder guards are here, and you get Nightfall and Rep to Exalted. So you can be able to get these to collect appearances for some feeds. You can be able to get this treasure map. You can be able to get this to have it permanently enchant your shoulders with a Mana Seeker enhancement. You can grab this, which I already know because it's a toy. You can be able to get this once you get up to Honored. This is a pet you can grab, which I already have gotten. Revered, you can be able to grab this pendant if you want. And then there's this other toy, a party mask, which I already know. So that's some of the stuff you can do.
Suramar
And of
must
course,
be
as I said,
freed.
you can be able to bind your Hearthstone here. Which I
Aran
guess
Arcana.
I'll just go ahead and do that, just to kind of make it a little easier to get around, because you're going to be
The
going back to
Nightwell
this place a lot.
calls
Let
to
me
me.
go ahead and sell a couple of things here. There we go.
Anratha
And
Adonai.
this Mana Divining Stone. Yep, there we go. So now it will be able to help me keep track of mana all throughout Suramar and pretty much anywhere I go, actually. So, let's go ahead and head out there. It even puts it here, but really, I've already done that, so. It's something you're automatically given if you have a character that gets to 110, usually. Or if you boost a character to 110, it's one of those things you'll automatically get. In case you want to start doing Suramar stuff right off the bat. Man, as you can see, I have a lot of places to explore in Suramar that I haven't gotten yet. And there's now a flight location right outside here. As you can see, this area now has changed because we got through that intro area. So now the phase is over, and we can just be able to, interact this area as it is now normal. In fact, why am I riding a mount? I gotta use my Ghost Wolf. I mean, I can now go at mount speed as my Ghost Wolf now that I have Rhaegar with me. Gotta check out my mini-map to spot more ancient mana. If I recall, there's also, there's a boss here, right here, that drops a pet if you want. Annex, I already have gotten that. Don't necessarily need to deal with that right now. Ah, I see them on my mini-map. There's one right over here. There we go. And if you want to keep track of this currency, you just go over here to currency, and you'll be able to see the ancient mana listed right here. So, and there's one. There was another one like over here, I think. Well, there was. Now I don't see it. If I recall, it doesn't go away if another player grabs it. At least it shouldn't, but who knows. Alright, let me go a little farther out to see if I can find it. Ah, over here. I see it. Yeah, right there. Alright. And now we can go turn this in. That quest is over here, which has a flight location, so I'll probably go ahead and do that. And then the other one for Oculus is over here. Yeah, it does involve a bit of traveling and such, so. And this comes with what I was talking about trying to decide and figure out what I was going to record for you guys for this playthrough and what I was just going to skip or do off camera. Look at this, I can run at mount speed in here because I have Rhaegar.
Our isolation has ended.
Keep a lookout for those crystal formations. We will need them.
The Shelderai will be redeemed.
Alright, let's head this way. Since this unlocks a flight location. Actually, no, I take it back. It's a little farther up ahead than this area here. Nope. Don't need to deal with you right now, Wither. I'll deal with you later. May as well just stick with this road here. Speed, yep. Flight location, there we go. And this is another quest line over here. Alright, so Rhaegar and I have a bit of exploring to do here in Suramar. Clear some stuff up. Not too much, though, because we'll be doing that naturally as we go along. You know, in the quest line. Trust me on that one. So, we'll probably go check out meeting this Oculus. This one's, well, I mean, I don't know. See, I'm so conflicted because a lot of these are actually cool and interesting stories. It's just some of the usual, like, you know, having, you know, how long it takes to do certain quests and such, and, you know, things like that. So, as I said, I'll figure it out as